There's a reason most men get ignored. They try too hard. They over-explain. They seek validation without even realizing it. But the man who understands true power, the Stoic man, he speaks differently. He speaks less, but says more. He speaks not to get attention, but from a place of already being complete. Today, you will learn the 4 types of messages that trigger deep emotional reactions without ever sacrificing your dignity, your frame, or your peace. Master these, and you will never have to chase again. You will become the man who lives in her mind long after the conversation ends. The calm mystery. Had an interesting night. Remind me to tell you sometime. It's not about what you say, it's about what you leave unsaid. Most men dump their stories out like a desperate salesman trying to close a deal. But not you. You drop just enough to spark a fire. Then you walk away, leaving it burning inside her mind. You create open loops, unanswered questions, unfinished stories that her mind needs to close. And in trying to close them, she invests emotionally. She wonders about you. She imagines you. She builds images of you in her mind. Images that are always bigger, more fascinating, more magnetic than anything you could have spelled out. Mystery isn't about hiding. It's about understanding that desire lives in the unknown. If she can figure you out in 2 conversations, she'll lose interest in 3. Stay ahead. Stay layered. Stay slightly out of reach. The confident challenge. I get the feeling you're a little trouble. I like that. Most men pedestalize women. They shower her with praise, thinking that the more they validate her, the more she'll want them. But a Stoic man knows. The woman doesn't crave validation. She craves emotion. She craves the feeling of being challenged. Playfully, skillfully, confidently. When you tease her, when you lightly challenge her, you disrupt the script. You become different. You become unpredictable. You make her feel something. Excitement, laughter, a slight spark of tension. You are not disrespecting her. You are recognizing her strength and daring her to show it. This triggers her competitive, playful side. It makes her chase your approval, not the other way around. And in that chase, she starts to value you more. Attention you give easily is worth nothing. Attention she earns is priceless. The silent frame. No message at all. The most powerful message is sometimes no message. Silence is an emptiness. Silence is pressure. Silence is gravity. Most men fear it. They think if they don't reply quickly, they'll lose her. They think if they don't keep texting, she'll forget them. But a Stoic man understands. Real attraction survives silence. In fact, it needs it. When you don't rush to reply, when you don't double text, you send a louder message than words ever could. I am not desperate. I am not waiting. I am living. And in that space, she starts to question, why isn't he chasing me? Does he have better options? Is he really that different? Her curiosity grows. Her imagination runs wild. And without even speaking, you've become unforgettable. Silence tests the connection. And if it cannot survive silence, it was never real to begin with. The purpose pull. I'm diving into a project I'm excited about. Talk later. The strongest attraction is to a man who is going somewhere. Not a man waiting around for her to fill his empty hours. Not a man whose emotional world rises and falls based on her replies. When you speak from your purpose, your mission, your craft, your growth, you show her the most magnetic thing a man can have: direction. Purpose pulls you forward. It sharpens your energy. It makes you unavailable in the best way. Not because you're playing games, but because you have a life that demands your focus. You're not just another guy trying to get her attention. You're building. You're creating. You're evolving. And women are deeply, instinctively drawn to the man who moves forward. Because deep down, they want to be part of a greater journey, not the center of a man's need. When you put your mission first, you create a natural polarity. She feels your energy moving upward, and she feels the pull to move closer. So remember, if you want to stop being ignored, if you want to live in her mind long after the screen goes dark, Speak differently, move differently, think differently. Use mystery to spark her curiosity. Use challenge to awaken her playful spirit. Use silence to let her invest emotionally. Use purpose to show her that your life is bigger than any single conversation. Most men throw their words around carelessly. The Stoic man lets his words carry weight. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to prove your value. You are the value. And when you master that energy, you won't have to chase attention. You will command it without ever lifting a finger.